Hi everybody, I'm Marwazir and welcome back to Board Game Night with Battlestar Galactica and Quill 18,
Hello.
Avak,
Hey there.
and Shen.
Hola.
And things are getting really interesting.
One of us is now definitely a Cylon because
Yep.
the sleeper phase has gone by.
And we've all drawn our second loyalty cards, and I wound up as the mutineer. So how does that work?
So when you get the Mutineer card, you first of all immediately reveal it, then you draw another loyalty card. So everyone still has 2 hidden loyalty cards, even Tori Foster. As the Mutineer, you immediately draw a Mutiny card. Have you done that already?
No, let me do that.
So draw one of those. Mutiny cards, of course, have really good and really bad effects. You really don't want Mutiny cards in the hand of Cylons. That's particularly scary. Now, as a Mutineer, you no longer get brigged if you have 2 Mutiny cards. You do get brigged if you get a 3rd, though. However, as the Mutineer, you also lose all your titles. So you lose the presidency, which goes to the next person in the list. The vice president does not have any effect in this. So the next person in the succession list is actually me, Lee Apollo Adama. So I become president. I'm
You
gonna
get
take
all
that.
the cards.
And yes, I get all the quorum cards. I am now CAG president. Now, what's
Do I
annoying
hand-
is that I will probably very rarely, if ever, be in a position to use the quorum cards.
You're going to be out flying.
Yeah, most of the time. That's my job.
Do I hand my current quorum cards over to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, with all the stress of being president, I have gone and cracked open a beer. This is just too much to deal with.
And because I've left the hangar deck where I had my moonshine, I've had to get a regular beer like these plebeians. My goodness.
Gosh.
I'm just sat here in command, twiddling my thumbs.
I don't drink because I'm strong-willed.
So it is interesting going into the second phase of the game with all the dials in the blue. There's nothing in the red, which is good for the
Yeah, we're
humans.
doing really well.
We're actually in a really good position because we're also about to jump.
That's true. This,
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'm the mission specialist, so I will get to draw 3 destiny cards.
God, I hope you're
The
not a Cylon.
destination.
But yeah, we are at the minimal possible distance for the sleeper phase, but we sort of snuck in there early. It's because of the of that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
is that it? Just 3 quorum cards?
Oh, yeah, I've been burning them.
Oh, all right. Ooh, ooh. One of
Okay.
these is very interesting.
So it's my turn now, right?
Yeah, because that was my skill check, right? Or my crisis, the legendary discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
yeah.
going to draw my cards first because I've not done that
Do you
yet.
want to move the icon to show whose turn it is up onto your card?
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
drawing my cards right now.
Let me.
And one more.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I got it.
I'm just going to check them really quick to see what's going on. Okay. So, I could jump us right now, right? If I move to FTL control with my move and then
Absolutely.
decide to jump us.
And that would be probably a very strong move.
I'm actually going to do that.
Oh, yeah, we have to remember that
So-
boarding party too.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
we've just left it there. It's like, there's a
Yeah, yeah,
Cylon
exactly.
running around on the ship.
That's one of the
doesn't matter.
reasons why
It's
we
been there
shouldn't.
3 turns, and we haven't had a crisis advance it yet, which is good.
They're pretty
Right,
rare.
So I moved to FTL control, but hold on, let me check my cards just to know what exactly I have in my hand. Okay, that's that.
So which one of you's the Cylon?
Alright, so with my action,
us.
I'm going to jump us.
Okay.
Okay.
So first things is we do the jump, but you have to roll right now to see if we lose a point of population. We want a 7
yeah.
or an 8.
Right. Does anyone have any card that they might want to use?
Negative.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
Boo. So we lose 1 point of population, but we do have a
Can,
lot.
can you use that an action to re-roll that?
That's true. Marbazir, it is your turn. You could do
I
the reroll with
could.
Hilo. I don't think it's
I'd
important
rather
enough.
save it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're only sacrificing
So, since
thousands
I'm a mission-
and thousands of people.
Since I'm a mission specialist, I get to draw destination cards.
That's right. So I'll move the jump prep over and I'll clear the board while you do all that.
And 3 of them too.
Yeah, that's
3
right. You get to
choices.
look at 3.
1, 2, 3. Alright, let's have a look then. Interesting. Huh, very interesting.
Tell me one of them is move 4.
Well, I can't tell you what they are.
All you can do is put 2 at the bottom and reveal the other. And if you're human, we want big numbers. We got plenty of fuel.
Basically, if you
choice.
put a 1 down there, we know you're a Cylon.
Tough
Yeah.
choice.
There's no
Alright,
way you
so-
draw 3 1s.
I'm discarding this, return to bottom of the deck. And I'm going to play this one. Deep Space. We're going to jump 2 at the cost of 1 fuel and 1 morale.
Very
Right.
nice.
Most of the distance cards are 2s and 1s. 3s are uncommon.
So,
Yeah, this has been an extremely good run.
So
Yep.
I will
Yeah.
lower the
We're
fuel
already
and
at
the
6.
morale.
We just need 3 effectively. Or rather, we need 2 and then 1 other jump of any
Yeah. Right.
distance.
Yeah, we need the next jump to do 2 distance.
yeah, and then we just jump automatically. We
That's
don't
right.
have to draw destination after that. We just need to jump.
So I reset this. I took everything off the board. I think we're good to go to your
yep.
crisis.
Okay, I'm going to draw the crisis. And there it is. Food shortage. That sounds familiar.
President chooses. That would be me.
So that's you, yeah.
So either we lose 2 food. Now, our food is actually, even if we lost 2, we wouldn't be in the red. Or we lose 1, and I lose 2 cards, and you lose 3 cards. I only have 4 cards, and I don't get a turn again for ages.
It wouldn't be the end of the world for me, losing cards. There are some cards that are pretty useless.
Actually,
Who's player 2, by the way? Is that
That's
Shenrir?
Shen. Yeah.
You've got 13 cards at the moment.
yeah, but
Do
it's
I?
the limit is 10 skill cards.
Ah, right.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
so I've got 2 loyalty cards and a mutiny card as well.
I don't...
Ah, of course.
Yeah, okay, I can lose some cards. It wouldn't
Yeah,
be
because
crippling.
if we lose to food, we'll go down to 5. Then, if one of the civilian ships gets blown up and we lose food from that,
Yeah.
we would
Yeah, it
go
would start
down to
getting really
3.
nasty.
All right, so you have to discard 3. I'll discard 2.
Okay. Let's have a look then. Discard, discard, and done.
Okay. And we activate raiders. Of course, there's none on the board right now. So the Cylon fleet board, we will roll the die and drop a single raider in the 2 spot. It will advance the pursuit track. The CAG has to put down a civilian ship. I will put one in the bottom since one of these is spots to get rid of things. And we advance our jump prep by 1. And that's the end of
Hooray.
Marvizir's turn.
Yep.
Go, Chief.
Right then, first up, I take some cards. So 1 politics, 2 leadership, and then 2 engineering. Then I need to check my cards, and I've been intentionally keeping the cards concealed so that my viewers won't know yet whether I am or not a Cylon. And at this point, they'll know.
So you are basically.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? Or at least you'd like others to think that, Cylon.
Shen, when you want to move
It's the only logical
the turn Tycon,
explanation.
you got to double click it to undock it
Okay.
because it automatically docks the card it's on.
It's the only
I
logical
see.
conclusion based on what you said. You are the Cylon.
It's not at all logical.
Yep,
You want it to be.
it is.
I wasn't listening, but it sounds bad.
I'm
The
convinced that he's a
accusations are
Cylon.
flying.
All right, Chief, what you doing?
I'm just checking on the cards that I picked up to see if there are any particular action cards, but there's not.
He's rereading his
really
Cylon
right
card
now.
to see what happens
Yep.
when he activates it. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm just looking for a card that says I can kill one of your meat bags in your sleep. Alas, such cards don't exist.
I mean,
I'm very
Shen
sad, honestly.
Shen can't be a Cylon because he drew the mutineer card, right?
Well, you can be.
Yeah,
Cylon.
he can. Because he
Oh,
draws
yeah,
another loyalty card
right,
after
from
that.
the start of the game, you're right.
No, but he
Right.
draws another loyalty card after drawing Mutineer as
Oh,
well.
oh,
He's
okay.
got 2 hidden loyalty cards, just like everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All the loyalty
Well,
cards are used.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense though. Then it would be possible for us to have 2 Cylons?
No.
No, there's only 1 Cylon card, and there's only 1 Mutineer card.
Yes.
But you
There
had
were-
to draw an additional loyalty card.
Yeah,
right?
So I
when
have
we
two
made the
loyalty
deck,
cards
there
now.
were 9 cards in it, and that includes the Mutineer card. It could have been possible that we didn't draw the Mutineer card at all, which means we'd all
Yeah.
have 2 loyalty cards. But we did, which means Shen just drew
Oh,
the
I
extra
get
card.
it. Right.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed to either draw a mutiny card that forces you to draw one more, or not draw it and draw the Cylon. Okay, I
Exactly.
get it.
I have nothing better to do right now, so I'm going to move to the armory and try to damage this Cylon boarding
Oh,
party.
yeah, that's fair. I was going to say, you could activate command and put a bunch of Vipers out to protect the civilians,
Okay.
but I like killing the Centurion too. That's good.
Yeah,
It needs that 7. I cannot modify your die roller. I
Yep,
would very much like to,
can't-
but I cannot.
I can't do anything. Nope.
No worries. It was basically a free action, effectively. I couldn't think of anything better to do. It was worth a try. Right, so it's
Okay.
crisis time, yes?
Crisis time.
Don't sound too excited.
These 2 turns have been real quick.
Yeah, you sounded quite excited about that. I'm just saying. Not that I'm
Ah,
suggesting
you know,
anything.
I just feel that you meatbags, you show your true beauty when you're under duress.
All right, I'm regretting giving him the Admiral card.
What the hell is this
Enemy
crap?
of my enemy. Current player chooses pass, 1 morale,
Okay.
or if we fail, it'll be 2 morale and damage the Galactica on a 13, or damage the Galactica twice. That's not a really good
But you
choice.
keep your
'cause it's a
cards.
difficulty 13, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
essentially the only difference here is you either fail or you either fail and throw away your cards, or you just fail. You keep your cards.
Yeah, pretty much. How much damage is the Galactica sustained?
Well, it's 0 right now. We repaired it.
Right, so we could suffer
Well-
2 damage because 13 is going to take a lot of our
I
cards
think
to get to.
I think suffering 2 damage would be a mistake right now,
It would be
because
terrible.
if we
Oh,
hit
okay.
2 ROMs with people in them, then 2 people get sent to sickbay, and then they don't get to draw cards other than just 1 single card. And
Okay.
we will have 1 full turn with very few cards, if that happens.
Well, I can help a tiny bit, but I've already spent most of my yellow and green cards, so there's not much I can do here.
At 13, I can help with. Hold on, that's yellow, green, and red. I can help with that. I can help with that quite a lot, actually.
Okay, well, we'll go for the skill check then.
Okay.
Okay, I will put 2 from the Deck of Destiny. And it starts with Tori.
Okay.
Now, this is where things are going to start getting interesting because one of us
Yep.
is going to be spiking this deck. It, of course, won't be me. I'm just too
You're
busy
right.
drinking.
Of course.
Well, you were the one who suggested it. Clearly
Tori
something that
adds
was on your mind.
2 cards, 3 cards. Is that it?
1 sec.
Just need to spike it a bit more.
All right, I'm good.
4 cards. Wow. Yeah,
This
well, that's
is
what
like
I'm
the
worried
best part
about.
of this
Spiking
game.
it
Because-
super hard.
He could spike it super hard, and then he gets to act next, so he can reveal where he'd be forced to discard all his cards. So he's like spikes it super
Exactly.
hard and then does the reveal.
Exactly.
Well,
Makes sense.
I'm gonna go ahead and put in 2.
Okay, hold on. I need to read one of my cards.
Checking your silent card there. Just making sure.
No.
I think.
If I had
think
one,
so.
I would have read it long ago.
You did read it, but then you became uncertain. You wanted to be absolutely positive that your master plan is going to work flawlessly.
My turn is not anytime soon. It's Shen's turn.
So I
next.
put in my card, so it's Hilo.
Yeah, hold on. I need to read this
Okay.
before I decide if I want to add it or not.
And then reveal on your turn.
Wait, it doesn't say skill check on the card, but it interacts with the skill check. I'm
Is it
confused.
like you play it after a skill check?
Yeah, it says. Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah. I can play it after the skill check,
right. So hold on to it and then play it after.
but I could also add it to the skill check.
I know
or
exactly
not,
what card you're talking about. Yeah.
because it is a card with strength.
Uh huh.
So I could add it to the skill check, or I could play it
That's right.
But I can't do both because it's not a skill check action.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like declare emergency, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So what are you gonna do?
I actually see no point playing this in this situation.
Okay.
As in after. So I'm going to add some cards. Let's see. All right. Add this one. And. And I'll add one more. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, my turn then. Well, we know that one of the players right now is a Cylon, and everyone has added more than one card. So if the Cylon is playing and is trying right now to harm this roll, which I don't see a reason why it wouldn't, will have bumped it up quite a lot. Of course, you know, if I were a
you're talking
Cylon,
about
I would do the
suspicion
same
away from
thing.
you.
So, you know, I'm going to keep with this, and I'm going to add more than one card. Because
Okay.
I like people not to know what's happening. It feels good.
Right, but your color. Well, yeah. All right.
I'm just debating on one last one. Because there is definitely a potential. There's a lot of cards in this, so if someone is spiking it to fail,
You want to make sure it fails.
of course
He's
I want
running
to
under
make
the
sure that
assumption-
that it works well.
He's running under the assumption that it's negative 30 already.
Yes, pretty much. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. So let's start counting. That is +1, +2.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. +8,
Okay.
+12,
Not bad so far.
+13. Goes aside. +16,
Okay.
+18, +22. Did we fuck up and there's no Cylon? What was that? +22?
You messed up the
+23? +27?
Oh my
+28? And install upgrades as if this check passes, the current
it's a
player draws
humanity-
2 engineering cards.
Maybe it's a humanity-friendly Cylon.
As is the deck of destiny.
Yes, pretty much. That. Okay, whoever was in that was burning cards. Whoever the Cylon is, they don't want to have all of their cards right now. For some
also
reason,
makes
they're
sense
getting rid of
because-
them.
Well, when you reveal, you have to discard down to 3 skill cards.
True, but
I
yeah,
get 2
but it's
engineer
strange.
cards.
you do get 2 engineering cards.
I expected
I'll
someone
take
to
those
spike
now.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, things are getting interesting. The plot thickens.
Dum dum dum.
So we activate Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
which will put a single Raider in the 7th spot and advance the pursuit
Okay.
track, which doesn't do anything else. And we advance our jump prep.
Yep.
And we lower morale.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
like
yeah.
a Cylon thing to remember that. There we go. And it is now Tori
Fantastic.
Foster's turn.
Alrighty, so I get to draw all my cards. Finally,
This game
cards.
is amazing.
Does it feel good to not have a deck full of cards?
What happens now? Politics is empty.
Oh, then we
Oh.
reshuffle.
Reshuffle, I imagine.
Now, since I'm not president, I can't draw the quorum cards anymore, right?
Yep.
That's right.
So where should Tori be if she's not president?
I don't know. I mean, you could you could do all sorts of things. You can feed people mutiny cards. I'm not going to suggest that's good. You could draw politics cards from president's office. I don't think that's a good use of your time. You could draw mutiny cards and try to steal away the president's title, but no. I think you should probably be on the Galactica.
I don't like that. I am the president. I think this is a bad idea.
You
I
go to
vote
the
advisory
armory
against it.
and blow up the boarding party, or go to command and launch some Vipers. I think both of those
Yeah.
moves would be extremely strong.
Yeah.
Because I think that if we lose from the boarding party.
That's true.
Maybe, but we've already burned through, what, 4 of the heavy raider things? Cards?
That's true. I would also feel quite comfortable getting some Vipers out, clearing some of the board of stuff, and because we know as well the Silent Fleet is only a couple of ticks away from jumping, especially
What
with
are
an
the
empty board like
large-
this.
We've got some other icons in the Viper and Raptor Reserve. 4 of them. What are they? They're yellow icons.
So those are actual Raptors. They cannot be used for combat.
Right, okay.
They are mostly just expended. They're like a resource. There's a card like Scout, for example. You play Scout as your action, and then you roll a die. If you get like 3 or less, it just blows up a Raptor. But if you get above that, then you get to look at, I think, the top 2 Crisis or top 2 Destination cards. Put one of them
Yeah,
at the bottom
something
or
like
something like that. So you can sort of stack the deck. Or maybe you look at the top one, then you can choose whether you leave it there or put it at the bottom. That's the way it works. It's actually very valuable to make sure that there's a high value jump on the top, or make sure that the Crisis has a jump icon.
Okay.
Scouting, very good.
Okay, so I'm going to go to command and send out some Vipers.
Sweet. I will hop
All right.
into one of the Vipers. You have to put them, at the bottom.
I know, I have to scroll.
Oh, yeah. If you're zoomed in.
I can't see it otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise you can't read any of the
I
cards.
guess I'll take the one in the back, because everything's going to leap in the back, isn't it?
Let me check the silent.
Yeah, 6 of 1, half doesn't either.
Kind of, yeah.
Although there is an actual Raider in the bottom. So, yeah, I'll start there. Okay.
Okay, so now I can do my Crisis.
Yep.
God, green and yellow again.
Ugh. Rebuild trust. Oh, well, we don't have anyone in the brig. But losing 2 morale is bad, and there's no jump
Yeah.
prep. What?
It's
That is a
something nice.
rubbish card.
That
we
is
don't
really brutal.
really care about, but we're going to have to pass anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go down to 4 morale if we lose morale.
Well, I will point out the fact that I literally have no cards in my hand.
It's 9. Well, I can only help a tiny little bit, but I would have to use the card that I would prefer to keep.
I mean, we could just tank it. I mean, it would go to 4 morale, but it would save a bunch of cards.
That's really the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm first to go, and I literally have 0 cards in my hand, so...
How many cards are there
it
that
goes
can
to
raise
you.
morale in the game? Is it something that happens?
There are quorum
could-
cards that let you do it.
Okay.
Again, as I don't know if I'm going to be playing any quorum cards this time.
Okay.
I'm kind of busy. So, other than that, I mean, I think there might be, like, a rare Crisis, but it's very rare.
So are we going to try for it or not?
Hold on. I think I should have discarded Mission Specialist a while back.
Oh, yeah, when you used it. Yes, it's a one-shot.
Oh, yeah.
Fine, go ahead.
Discard.
Also, Shen, how did you have 11 skill cards in your hand?
Because it's we're doing the Crisis right now. We're going to burn them.
Oh, and it's on your turn, right. Sorry, I was just thinking I was going first in the Crisis. I got confused about whose turn it is. My bad. So, Hilo, are you adding a card?
Nope, I'm not adding anything.
Chief.
That puts me in a rough position because there's literally only 1 card I can add that's going to have any benefit. I'll add it, but there's not a lot I can do here.
Tori.
Give
all
me a
counting-
second.
Oh.
Give me just a second. There's a card that I can add that won't really do anything, but may help. Okay, yeah, I'll add it.
As long as it's not red, blue, or purple.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. We're locked.
That's it?
Yep.
1 card from Tori.
Going to be good.
It better be, Mr. I have a million politics cards. Okay.
Alright, let's check it.
So that's Iron Will, which stops us from failing, which actually is nice. We are at +1.
Okay.
We are at -2. We are at -1. We are at +1. We fail, and we fail by more than 4. Luckily, we are not below 0, so we're not going to lose extra morale from Iron Will. But we did not come within 4, so we do fail.
That hurts.
Damn, Iron Will's good, though. Thought it would work.
Okay. That's literally... Tori's... That's really sketchy, Tori.
What?
Tori couldn't have
Yeah,
added
I
Iron Will
agree.
because I did.
Well, I mean, whatever Tori put in, it was like incredibly inconsequential. And considering that she draws 4 cards at the start of her turn that could help, and only played 1 card,
Yeah, that's sketchy.
Yeah,
super
I'm fairly
sketchy.
certain we know exactly who the Cylon is.
I mean,
Ah,
yeah,
you guys are
overkilled the
pointing
last
fingers
one,
now.
but anyway,
That'd be too
that
convenient.
activate Raiders. I put one in the 3 slot. Advance the jump prep. I got to put down 2 civilian ships. There's literally just 2 places left, so they have to go there and there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And now it is my turn, and I am... Come on. Detach this stupid thing. Oh, the way this stacks sometimes.
Yeah.
Stupid miracle token. Get out of there. Not even using
What on
it.
earth is the miracle token?
Miracle token is your token that shows that you've used or you haven't used your once per game yet.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll start by drawing my cards. Draw. Ooh. Ah, okay. Trying to
I'm just
decide.
gonna say that this is getting really awkward.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I've got a couple of possible plays here.
Right.
Well, I've got quite a few possible plays.
Okay.
I could focus on doing piloting things and clear a bunch of crap off the board,
Okay.
and while putting tons of extra ships out there. I could also. How do we feel about bringing someone? And if so, whom? Do we feel like Tori? I'm really worried about the chief. I mean, I know I'm not a Cylon, so I would like to have the admiral title so I can control where we jump.
Well, I think that move with the 1 card was really sketchy because that was an incredibly bad fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I read that card right, we risked losing even more morale.
Yeah.
If we were in the negatives, we would lose more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
I forgot to actually decrease the morale here. Too focused.
So I think that
Ooh,
was
we're
a
in
really
the red.
sketchy move because that put us in the red and we risked dropping even further into the red.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that was a very sketchy move.
I'm all for bringing Tori.
Oh God.
Well, here's the problem, right? If either one of you is a Cylon, you're just going to encourage me to brig someone you know is not a Cylon. So asking for your advice doesn't necessarily help me, but I agree. Yeah, the logic is right. I mean, there's always a possibility Tori could have been a Cylon from the start, especially that extra piloting card.
Hmm.
I don't know. But then it sort of stopped being a thing. That happens a lot in these games. There's an early spike, and I'm like, well, maybe it could have been a mistake. And then it turns out it wasn't a mistake.
Okay. I can say one more thing. I can't say what I have in my hand, but there's a reason why I kept 1 skill card in my hand and didn't throw it into the skill check.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to trust Quill not being a Cylon and possibly help out on my next turn with stuff.
Oh, man, I'm paralyzed with indecision, which I don't like to be. Okay, how close is a Cylon fleet from jumping? They're going to jump next time that something gets activated.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to have to just do my CAG stuff. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do, we're far away from our own jump. Not that far, though. I'm going to use my once per game.
We need
Ooh,
2
what's
more.
that?
No, we need 1 more advance to be in -3 range. Yeah, it's the black thing. That's the token, right? On the jump preparation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how
Yeah,
does
so I
that
guess we
work?
could do
'Cause
an
there are
early
only
jump.
2 Vipers around.
Yeah, but I can use that to launch more. You can also activate the same one
Oh.
more than once,
Ah, okay. So
which
you'd
isn't
be able
clear
to
from
use the
here, but if you check
Vipers
the docks.
to take them out.
Yeah,
to
I could
take out
clear the
civilians.
entire board, basically.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think that's probably a wiser move because there's a lot of resources currently on the board that would potentially, you know, because, I mean, I guess you could get around the board if you needed
Shen
to.
is so quiet. I feel like
Yeah.
he would protest better if he weren't a Cylon. He'd be like, "No, you got to
Same.
trust me. You got to do this." Now he's just trying to like stay out of it and stop drawing aggro to
Oh,
him.
just lay it on. I don't care.
All right, okay. I hate taking so long. My turn. I'm terribly sorry. Let's just okay. I'm gonna use my CAG ability, my normal
Okay.
CAG ability, to activate one unmanned, and get it to clear that off the board. Then that leads me to have an extra action.
Okay.
I didn't take a move or anything. You know what? I should have actually, for my movement, I would have gone here, then activated the CAG ability to do that. Then, as my actual action, I will use my once per game. So
Okay.
I'm going to. So I get 6 activations of unmanned vipers.
Oh,
So
nice.
activation 1 is going to be that. Activation 2 is going to be this. 3, 4,
Okay.
5, and 6 is going to be to drop that down there.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I have no idea if I did the right thing. But at least, I mean, it's a positive move for humanity, so I guess it's not as bad as it could be if I break
Yep.
the wrong person.
All right. And now we do crisis.
Yeah. Ah, no jump prep. Oh, no! And it
Oh,
advances the frickin'
Yep.
Centurion.
Yeah.
And it's a
yeah.
skill
We
check
need to-
14. Okay, also, it's very important to note that symbol at the bottom. If there is a skill check card that resolves,
Okay.
we're going to damage Galactica once. I think that happens regardless. I think if any skill check resolves,
oh.
that's going to happen. So I'm going to preempt this.
Wait.
That's unfortunate.
Wait. I don't. Wait. Hold on. I don't get it. If we go.
Or no, that's a reckless. Never mind. There's a symbol. I'm wrong about this. There's a symbol on some skill check cards that, if present, will
Okay.
damage the Galactica. I believe the treachery cards tend to have them. Yeah. See, if you look at Violent Outburst, the treachery card that's in the bottom left corner,
Okay.
it's got that symbol, right?
Right.
Yeah. So if there's any cards, I guess that's just that is the skill check icon. Never mind. I think
Wait.
if there's any cards with that symbol in the skill check, that'll happen.
We have to go for the skill check no matter what, right? This
Yeah.
is not a choice.
This is not a choice.
Ah, okay, right. I was confused. I thought it's a choice between pass, fail, and damage
No,
Galactic.
what he means is if we,
Yeah,
if we
I
use
get
any
it, I get
cards that have that symbol, yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I just thought it's a choice, but it's not.
I'm just looking here.
Well,
No, okay, so that's
I
not
mean-
reckless. Which one is this? This is okay. This is
you know,
probably
I
from
have
the
literally
Exodus.
one skill card in my hand.
Just gonna look for that symbol, and I believe that's what it is. Crisis cards with a consequence results. Some Crisis and Super Crisis cards feature a consequence result, indicated by the skill check ability icon, that is triggered when at least one card with a skill check ability icon is played into a Crisis card skill check. After skill cards with skill check ability icons are resolved during a skill check, determine if the skill check lists a consequent result. If it does, and at least one skill card was played, resolve the consequences result. Note that the presence of a skill check ability icon on a skill card played into a skill check triggers the consequence, regardless of whether the skill check passed or failed. So if there's any skill check card in the skill check pile, we're going to
Okay.
damage Galactica once.
Well, that'll certainly spot someone, won't it?
Well, my opinion is that we should tank it. And if someone throws in a card, then he pretty much just revealed himself.
Well,
The possibility of us passing a 14 check is almost none. I have one card, one skill card in my hand. Then who
I
else
can
could-
put a lot of points into this.
Yeah, this is the thing is we've been doing yellow and green checks lately. There should be a lot of purple and blue cards to throw around.
Yeah.
True. The one thing I'm worried about is that we'll take damage to Galactica and we'll hit a room with someone in it.
there are
And then
3 of
that
us in here.
person gets sent to sickbay. And then the Cylon reveals, and we have one person remaining who doesn't get to draw any cards.
Yeah. Do we know if the treachery cards from the Deck of Destiny have gone by? Because almost all of them are skill checks,
No, I don't think they have.
No, I don't think
which
so.
is bad. But at the same time, those are also negative point cards, which makes it that much more unlikely that it will pass. I mean, reducing the jump prep is brutally bad, but... I mean,
Well-
Hilo, you are first to put in cards, so I guess we'll sort of take the lead from you.
Well,
Passing
I
it,
mean,
I don't really have a lot that can contribute to passing this.
I can't put in anything. I have one card, and I actually think that card will be more helpful for our situation if I play it.
All right,
on my
fair enough.
turn.
Chief?
Okay, I can put quite a lot into this.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Tori.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, I mean, one of these two is good. And just added, 2 or 3 cards to it. I mean, both might be good. This could all be an elaborate trap by Hilo.
Did you add anything?
Not yet. I'm the last person to add in because it's my turn.
Okay.
I guess I will add a card. I'm really worried.
It's
this
unlikely
is
to be a
waste.
trap by Hilo because he hasn't added anything to it.
Yeah,
That's true.
I've not added anything.
Yeah, but convincing us not to put anything in. All right.
Right, but I have literally one card. Even if that card was high, then as a percentage of 14, it's not going to be a big help regardless.
Yeah. True.
So this is +2. All right. There's a treachery card.
Mm-hmm.
That's -5. So we're still at -1 now. We're at +3, +7,
Okay.
+9, +12,
Well, still plus.
Close.
+13. Does anyone have a strategic thingy or whatever? Declare emergency, which would decrease
Nope.
the difficulty check by 2.
Nope.
Are we
I
really
don't
going
have
to
that.
fail this by 1?
Well, I don't have
so
that.
frustrating.
Wow.
I can't do anything with this.
Wow. No one's got a once per game that comes up for this. We're going to fail
Yeah,
this
my
by 1.
once per game is useless.
double
for
check the
this.
math
That
here.
is
I mean,
so bad.
obviously,
because
that
we just
gets
threw
canceled.
a lot of cards into it.
That
We almost had it.
8, 10, 13.
Yep.
That is so frustrating.
All right, so
We
we
were so
reduced the
close.
jump prep by 1.
So I just have one little question here.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Hilo, did you have anything that could have helped?
Nope.
I mean, he hasn't got many cards, to be fair.
I have one skill card. I mean, you can click situation and check. I have literally one skill card in my hand.
So we damaged the Galactica once.
Oh man, that
Oh,
sucks.
it's in the armory, so you get sick bayed. Plus, we can't shoot the
Oh.
Cylon that's
Yep.
on the boarding track. And we advance the Cylon right now
Mm-hmm.
to
Damn
there.
it.
And there's no jump
Shot
prep.
my-
That is brutal.
That we just got a massive setback there.
All right,
Because
Hilo,
we
it's your
just threw
turn.
away.
Okay.
Well, Hilo's before
wait, we
you,
gotta put in a
take your
cut.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, thanks for watching, everyone.
See you next time, folks. Maybe.
See you next time.
Take care.
Bye.